Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Today we'll take a look mostly on the New Zealand dollar, but just briefly we'll take a look at the euro currency on the daily chart as well, because on the euro no bullish reversal patterns have happened around confidence support in the daily, and market has followed to our second scenario, so it has reached the daily XLP target. So here's euro. Recall what we have talked about in the weekly research. So here around 119 area was also the confluence support. It was based on two levels. The first level was from this low, 618 support, and we also have a hidden reaction point from that low. If you remember, the 38 was around 1890 area. This was confidence support, and we said, well, maybe market will show the bounce first and will drop to XLP second. This could happen, but as you can see, no meaningful retracement has followed, and you're just dropped lower. So these guys mostly is based on the two different moments. Both of them we have discussed in the weekly research. So if you remember, we said that euro currency is driven by two major factors. First is the strength of the dollar itself, and you know that also Donald Trump has signed the Iran nuclear deal canceling. So that's also some kind of the increased tensions on the Middle East, and will trigger the demand for the safe haven. As the the dollar is treated as the safe haven currency as well, and in terms of the in the situations of the different tensions and turmoils. So, but mostly, of course, the major driving factor for the dollar right now is the interest rate. Second is the weakness of the euro currency itself. Currently, by the traders and investors' anticipations, also expect 75 probability rate increase for 10 basis points only somewhere in 2019. So, as you can see, there's two different policy between the Fed and the European Central Bank that also presses on the euro currency. As a result, here we have minor fib level as well, 1796 was 118 even. Let's see what will happen, because something interesting could happen, because this is a very important target, it's XLP, and we should keep an eye on the possible bullish reversal patterns that could be formed. But of course, we are mostly interested with this thrust down and possible opportunity to take the short position, because by our view, nearest target in the long-term perspective, within a few months, is 115. That's why we're mostly interested with taking the short position. And as previously, here we will be watching for some bounces. It will be perfect if we will get the bread and butter sell. Let's see what respect will follow on this XLP target. Now about New Zealand dollar. Yesterday we have talked about New Zealand dollar thrust downs. It's very similar to euro currency. But yesterday also we said some trap exists on the New Zealand dollar, because we are based our extension on this ABC top, and that was XLP. It was 10 here, and we said take a look, and maybe double ripple will start to form if we will get the close above the 3x3 yesterday. As you can see, market hasn't shown the close above the 3x3, but it's dropped further. That is our second target that we also specified yesterday, and we said guys, the major risky moment here is that another XOP that exists, 6935, stands right here, and it's based on this ABC top pattern. So you can see market is dropping right to the directly to the XOP. It means that now we will start watching for a bullish reversal around this area, and there are some signs already exist that indeed something could be formed. On the daily chart on the New Zealand dollar, we mostly have the similar setup as on the euro. Good for us down. We will be watching for either double repo pattern or bread and butter sell. That's clear. On the intraday chart, guys, those of you who would like to take the scalp long trade, so already have something. So if we'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, we also talked about different patterns could be formed here. And one of them was the butterfly, by the keeping in mind of the possible dropping to daily XLP. It was well, maybe butterfly will be formed. So here are different situations how you could play it. First of all, you could try to base your position on the butterfly itself, because it stands right at the point of the completion, so with some stops that equals to the harmonic swing on the New Zealand dollar. Another opportunity is a bit more conservative, so you could wait for upward action here and waiting for some larger pattern. For example, it could become the hand shoulders. It also happens very often. So butterflies becomes the part of the hand shoulders. And appearing on the hand shoulders mostly corresponds to the idea of the double repo pattern, because as you know, we need to close above the 3x3, and that will happen only if market will proceed higher somewhere to 70-40 area, and that in turn could become the head on this area on the 4-hour time frame chart. That's another opportunity if you would like to take the long position on the New Zealand dollar. Most conservative tactics, you could wait for the starting of the upward action. So market will form the butterfly, then it will form the hand shoulders and then double repo buy, for example, on daily. Starts, move up, and then you could try to take the position in minor retracement to the neckline, for example. It's also possible. But it, of course, will be a bit the question how fast this will happen, so market could appear around the target already when its first retracement will happen. That's why it doesn't give you the guarantee that you definitely will take the position. So that's what we could keep an eye on the New Zealand dollar. But mostly, of course, this is thrusting downward action and possible double repo or bread body trades on the daily chart. As on euro currency, actually as on the Great British pound as well, because we also have talked about the pound in the weekly research, and mostly on the daily chart we have the similar setup. So let's keep watching what we get.